Hey guys, thank you so much for joining me on my channel. Today I am officially 2 weeks postpartum. I'm starting to feel a lot better. I'm noticing that I'm healing a lot more. And what I really want to do for today's video is just share with you my postpartum must-haves. And I also want to talk about body changes I've been seeing, as well as just having a positive mindset throughout everything. First, I'm going to start off with supplements that you're going to need in order to feel better. So if you know me, I do not like taking pills or medication or really anything like that. But I do have to say the one thing that I have been taking almost daily to reduce the pain is just ibuprofen tablets. So this one is just the non-gel, which I do not like gel pills. I cannot swallow them for my life. Like, I was joking with Benny. I was like, I literally rather push out this baby 10 more times than swallow a pill. So anyways, ibuprofen. You can also take Tylenol. That's really the only painkiller like medication that I've been taking since I delivered the baby, and it just helps reduce the pain a little bit, but it's nothing too dramatic or really an intense medication. Other supplement that I've been taking daily is just my prenatal vitamins, and these are the Vita Fusion Prenatal Essential Multi for mom and baby's everyday health needs. So these are really awesome because they're just gummy vitamins, and I took these during pregnancy and after pregnancy. And they're just actually really yummy. It just tastes like, I don't know, just sugary vitamins. So I take 2 of these every day, and they're really good. One of the other supplements I took actually only once was this Dual Colax liquid, and this is just to help you poop, basically. So when I first got pregnant, I was constipated, and that really sucked. So I was scared that that was going to happen again right after I gave birth, because I know that's really common. So I picked this up and I took it once, and on the 3rd day I was able to go to the bathroom. So that was awesome because it just helped out, and that's really scary to go to the bathroom after you're all stitched up. So I recommend this. If it's really intense, I guess you can take a laxative, but if it's just a little bit more simple, this is a great option. I don't know if I didn't realize how often you need to feed your baby, but it is every 2 to 3 hours. So that could get a little bit tiring, and you do need to take care of your boobies. So I'm gonna share with you guys some things that are literally saving my life every single day and just help me cool them off and keep producing milk for my baby. So these are amazing. So what you do is they just come in packets of 4, and it looks like this. And then once you just go ahead and rip these open, then the gel pad looks like this. So it's just like a clear kind of silicone padding, and what you want to do is you just put it under the sink, you run it with some water, and then you let it dry off for about 1 or 2 minutes, and then you go ahead and just put it on top of your nipple, and then it just kind of soothes everything. Just put like a bra on top or something, and this helps so much. It just cools it down when it hurts and it's burning, and it's really, really amazing. The only downside to these is they're actually pretty expensive. So 4 of these is about $10, and they are reusable, but I probably reuse them about like at most 4 times. So it could get a little bit expensive. So because of that, I found an alternative, and that is these little soft ice gel packs. And these are really great because they came in a packet of like 6, I believe. I got them on Amazon, and they were about the same price, and they are reusable all the time. So you could just pop these in the freezer, put a cloth on top of it, or even like a paper towel, and then you just place it inside your bra, and it does the same thing, but it's even colder, so it gives more of like a cooling feeling, and you can use them all the time, which is really awesome. So I would definitely recommend investing in these. Another tip for your boob care is I also received this nipple, oh, it is called crack. Okay, Tiny Human Supply Co. Nipple Crack Cream. And it just looks like this. It's really, I would say, a waxy texture, even though it is a balm. And with this, you just apply it around your nipple and it just kind of hydrates it. So it makes it feel soothed, like kind of like a lotion. And you can do this right after you do the ice packs or the gel pads. So I usually put that on after I do that for a while, and it works really well. However, since the texture is more of like a wax, I think it's also really hydrating if you switch it up. So what I like to do is use Vaseline every now and then. So this is just the cocoa butter healing jelly Vaseline. So sometimes I will use this and apply that, and I just feel like Vaseline is always very hydrating, so it's going to help with all like the cracking and stuff like that, or more extreme cases like if you're bleeding. Something else I'll also switch it up with every now and then is Neosporin. This is also very, very healing. So yeah, I just like to switch those 3 products up, and that's what's been literally saving my life and helping me so much. But since you have all of those products on you, you want to make sure that you're very nice and clean, especially before you're about to feed your baby. So what I do is I just take one of, the baby burping cloths that are very soft, cottony, and what I do is I just run the tip of it under some water. I will clean off the area that had the product on it, and that way it's all nice and ready to go, especially if you're gonna go ahead and breastfeed or pump, whatever you choose to do. On that note, something that is also an essential postpartum item is a breast pump. So I know maybe a lot of you are breastfeeding. I actually have been breastfeeding most of the time, just because it's really easy to just have your baby right there, latch on at the moment if she's hungry on demand. So that's that. But it's also very nice to have a breast pump, especially if you want to save some of your breast milk and store it in the fridge. It is kind of hard to do that just because if you are barely postpartum like I am, it's hard to produce that much milk to the point where you can go ahead and store it. But it is really nice to invest in a breast pump. It is a lot easier and nicer on your boobs, especially if you have a baby that likes to bite. So that's definitely the part that hurts and has been the hardest for me, is just the biting. So if you have a breast pump, it's a lot easier because the pump is a lot more soothing. It will take out more milk, and you can have it ready to go when your baby is hungry and crying and she just wants to eat. So that is definitely the case with me, because we joke around and say that our baby is a hungry hippo because she always wants to eat. So having that ready for her has also been a lifesaver. So just make sure you invest in a very good pump. This is also something that has been surprising to me for having my first time baby is you hear the horror stories about having really bad tears and getting stitched up and healing and all of that. But until it happens to you, you don't realize how intense it is. So as I mentioned in my birth story video, I did have, I believe, what was a 3rd-degree tear. So I did have a lot of stitching done, and I just had to be very careful in how I proceeded with my healing. So right after I delivered, I have to say that after I was stitched up, I didn't feel that much pain. I was doing very well when I stayed at the hospital, and even days after, I didn't feel pain necessarily. But I could feel the stitching, and I know I had to be super careful. You have to make sure that you take care of it very well. When you're at the hospital, they will give you the disposable underwear that looks just like this. So it's almost like boys' kind of like boxer briefs. They're really stretchy, they're comfy, they'll fit anyone. And they also give you these massive pads, which I used all of them up, so I don't have it with me, but they are like gymongous. When people talk about them, they're literally like that big. So it covers all of your front and all of your back, which is really nice at the moment because you're gonna be losing a lot of blood. But you can also later on, as the days proceed and you start losing less blood, you can just use regular like large size maxi pads as well, which I also was using for a while. And with that, the hospital will also give you some cooling medicated witch hazel pads. And I went ahead and purchased my own version of them, which is the Tux medicated cooling pads. And these are actually hemorrhoid pads with witch hazel. But honestly, they do the same thing. They look just like this, and this one specifically comes in a pack of 100 pads. So that's really nice because these will be used up very quickly. And what you do with these is you just go ahead and put the underwear on. You'll put the pad inside the underwear, and then how she kind of like described it, which was descriptive and it helped, but it was a little bit funny, was like, she's like, it's like you're making a sandwich. You place the salami in there and then you just pull it up, which can be a little bit disgusting to some people, but you just lay out the pads, and honestly, once you put it on, it's like the best feeling because it just feels so cooling and soothing. So that is honestly a must. I definitely recommend this as a postpartum must because it just feels so nicely, especially as the days proceed. I actually started feeling more pain because you could feel more of like the burning sensation, and when that does happen, those are very nice and cooling. The hospital also gave me this bottle, which is definitely a must-have as well. With this, you just fill it up to the top with warm water, and you actually spray it at the same time that you're peeing. So I was so scared to pee for the first time because you feel like it's probably gonna burn so much. But honestly, it wasn't that bad. I actually didn't feel it at all, which was really awesome. But when you do feel it, this is a great thing to have because the water just kind of like disinfects as you're peeing. So that's really awesome. So right after you use the bottle, you're going to want to use this, which is literally a lifesaver as well. It's Dermoplast, and the hospital also has this. They'll probably give you an extra one if you ask for it, and it just helps with pain, burning, itching, and it just relieves all of that. It's also very cooling as well. So first the bottle, then you use the Dermoplast to kind of spray and disinfect everything down there. Then you get your underwear all set up and ready with your pad, and then your cooling pads, and that is just the way to go. That has literally been my ritual every time I go to the bathroom. It does take up a lot of time, but it is so worth it because it just helps you heal so much faster. Besides these underwear, these have also been really helpful and useful. You just open them up like so, and you and your baby can be wearing matching diapers. So these are awesome because they're adjustable at the waist, which feels really good. And then they have kind of like that diaper plasticky inside that can also just work as a pad. So if you run out of pads or you just don't want to have the time to, you know, put a pad on and all that stuff and save money, you can literally just wear this and then put the cooling pads inside of this, but you do have to, you know, change it out pretty often so it doesn't get all, you know, gross and infected. So those have been awesome. I definitely recommend these. Going back to the Neosporin, after I gave birth and after anyone gives birth, it's also really common to get hemorrhoids, which I wasn't aware of until days after, which was super unfortunate because yeah, anyways, they're not fun, but Neosporin can also really help with that. So I strongly recommend that you use Neosporin if you do get hemorrhoids from pushing so hard. This has also been a lifesaver. They cleared out after like a week, and I had multiple of them. So this is really awesome healing ointment that works like a miracle. So Benny introduced me to this Trader Joe's cocoa butter, and it has been really, really awesome, especially throughout my pregnancy. I would use it all the time, and it helped me not have any stretch marks or just darker spots on my skin or anything like that. And I am continuing to use it now, especially after the baby, because it does help keep your tummy really nice and moisturized. It helps tighten the skin up. I use it on my face, I use it everywhere, and it's really been a lifesaver. So this is really awesome to use when you're pregnant and postpartum to keep your skin glowing, nice and fresh. Something else you're really gonna wanna invest in is a good nursing bra. I already showed this on my what's in my hospital bag video, but this is just a really nice cottony V-neck maternity breastfeeding bra. And these have been so awesome because they feel really supportive, but it's also nice because once you have it on and you're about to breastfeed, you can just pull it down like that, and then you're ready to go and your baby can just latch on. So these are awesome. They also look super cute, so I recommend these. They came in pink, white, and black. I will also link these below. I wear this one all the time, and it's definitely one of my favorites. Now, as far as pumping, you're going to want to get a bra where you can open up the slit and stick the pump inside of it. This one is pretty good. It is adjustable. However, I've seen other people that have the one that's more of just like a bandeau, and that one looks a little bit more supportive. So I think I'm gonna invest in that one next, because when I've been pumping, I've actually been having to hold the pump just like this the whole entire time. So I'm definitely probably gonna get that bandeau one because it'll be a little bit more supportive. Another must-have for pregnancy as well as postpartum has been this body pillow. Shout out to Kathleen because she got it for me when I was pregnant, and this helps so much, and I'm gonna tell you why. I have been folding it in half just like that and sticking it right in between my legs for back support especially, but also with the stitching and everything, it is so hard to sit, it's hard to stand, it's hard to walk. So really for the first couple weeks you're gonna live sleeping or just laying on your side. And when you are laying on your side and you stick the body pillow in between your legs, it just gives you so much comfort and so much relief, especially down there. And it just feels so much more comfortable because you do have that gap and there's not so much pressure on the areas that you don't want pressure. I heard that it's better to lay on your left side just because it does help with digestion and circulation and all of that. So that has been a lifesaver because most of the day I do spend just lying on my side, and I don't know what I would do without it. If you don't have that, I would just recommend having a ton of pillows because you're gonna need to stuff them in different areas just to make sure that you're really nice and comfortable. Another pillow that I'm actually sitting on right now is this donut pillow. So this is great. I got it during pregnancy when I had hemorrhoids as well, and that's what it's meant for. So it takes the relief off of the center of your butt, and now I use it for my vagina. And this just really helps, especially, you know, when you're on your rocking chair breastfeeding, or you just have to take a moment to sit down and relax. It really relieves so much pressure, and you're gonna need that especially after postpartum. So that is definitely a good one to have as well. Last but not least, I also bought, it looks like a waist trainer, but it is a postpartum belt off of Amazon. And this one came in 3 sections. So this one covers the main midsection or abdominal section. And then this one covers more of like the pelvic region. And this one is for back support. So it does come in these 3 different compartments. I haven't used it that much, to be honest. I probably have only used it twice, but this does help when you do need to stand or walk around. It's supposed to help with shrinking up your extra skin. It's also used to bring your abs back together and help with, you know, reorganizing your organs and everything that was really expanded during pregnancy. So this is really awesome, and I do feel the support when I do use it. I just haven't used it that often, so I have to remember to put it on. If I am going to use one of them, this is my favorite one, just because it goes right in your midsection of your stomach, and it really compresses and compacts everything, and it gives you that support when you're standing. Something I would also recommend with the intense back pain you're gonna feel is a heating pad to put on your back. That's really helpful, especially when you feel all the back pain from holding your baby and all of that. So that's awesome, and another recommendation. I can go ahead and show you what this looks like. So this one is for your pelvis. So you put it down lower, just like that. Then you're gonna put the back support on next, just like that. This should also help compact your ribs a little bit more. And then if you want that extra support, you go ahead and put that mid-abdominal section on, just like that. So this is really nice. Right now I feel super supported. And I just feel like if I'm carrying my baby, it'll just be so much easier. And yeah, it's pretty helpful, especially if you're wearing the 3, because you feel like your posture is fully up. And yeah. So those are all of my must-have postpartum items. Like I said, most of these you will get at the hospital. Just make sure you ask to take some of them home after you use them, especially the items that you like and you know that you'll use at home. And besides that, all the items I showed you, I mostly purchased on Amazon, so I can go ahead and link all of those items below. And these are just my lifesavers, my everyday go-to postpartum routine, and I just really wanted to share it with you guys so you know what to get and know how to just keep yourself healing physically. I also want to talk about mental healing. I would say that I'm a very positive person, and positivity is something that you definitely need to have at this time. You're gonna have days where your baby is crying when you're feeding her at 2 in the morning and you're super tired and you just want to go to sleep. But honestly, just looking at your child and reminding yourself that she or he is relying on you and they need your love, they need your care, and they're just a miracle. And you have to remember that they're just babies and they need your support. And just keep reminding yourself that. One thing that I would say is don't forget yourself in this process. Remember who you are and just continue to bring that into your daily life. Even when you think you have no time, like me, I'm like, okay, it kind of seems like I have no time to make this video and to share this with you guys, but just make the time for yourself. Make time for things that you love to do, and make some time to put some makeup on, to look good, to feel good, to read, to do whatever makes you happy. And that happiness is going to spread on to your child, and they're going to see that and feel that in your energy. Also, I know that body image is one of the reasons a lot of people experience postpartum depression. And what I have to say about that is don't worry about it. Your body is a work of art. It went through something very traumatic, but it's also something that is supposed to be natural. As women, we have been given the gift to give birth, and knowing that has really altered my perspective, because I'm like, women have been doing this since the beginning of time. And Benny and I talk about, like, cave women didn't have all of these products that I just mentioned. They literally just had to deal with it, deal with the pain, and not have as much support or things that are going to make you feel better or heal faster. So when I think about those women in the past, I'm just like, you know what? I'm okay. I can do this. I can deal with it. Everything's going to be fine. And as far as your body, you can go to the gym, you can eat well, you can do so many things, especially in the days that we live in now. There's so many remedies to really change your body, change your lifestyle in a positive and healthy way. And just, if it takes time, it takes time, and that's fine. Just love yourself how you are and embrace everything, because you can always get back to how you looked like before. So honestly, I haven't even worried about that, because I know that with my mentality, my motivation, my drive, like, I'm gonna be so excited to dance, I'm gonna be so excited to work out. Like, just take this time to really love your baby, love your body and what it went through, and you're gonna be fine. I promise you, everything's gonna be okay, and you can get back to how you looked like before. And if you don't, that's okay too, because honestly, that's not as important as bringing life into this world. And I feel like once you realize that and recognize that, and you're just happy and see everything in a positive light, everything's gonna be fine. So on that note, I do want to give a body update. So I'm just going to show you what my 2-week postpartum body looks like, and just give you the real deets on, you know, maybe what to expect. I know everyone's body is different, but this is just my story and what I went through and the changes that are going through my body. So I just want to share that with you guys now. So this is what I look like 2 weeks postpartum. And I'm just gonna pull down my pants. I have that line because my leggings were all high. But this is what the front of my body looks like right now. I'm starting to see slight definition on the side. Something that I've noticed the most that has changed about me is just this weight on the side right here. You know, just a little bit of love handles, but mostly my belly button, it really stretched out during pregnancy. So I have just like, it's a little bit saggy and droopy right now. And then you could see a little bit of my linea negra, which is just the line that you get during pregnancy. I actually didn't develop that line until I was 8 months pregnant. So that honestly wasn't bad. And fortunately, I did not get any stretch marks. So I'm pretty grateful for that. And thanks to my cocoa butter and just genetics, most likely. But that's what that looks like. So in the following weeks, when I can work out, I'm gonna want to improve this area right here. And just, I do notice that my belly button has shrunk down though. So that's really, really nice. Then from this side, this is what my body looks like. So I do have a little bit of that mommy pouch going on right now. But honestly, I have to say, I'm so impressed with how much I've shrunk down in just 2 weeks. This is like how skinny I used to be before, just like that. So I do still have this little pouch to go. But yeah, I mean, it's only been 2 weeks. My body is still really taking the time to shrink and go back to what it was before. Before I was pregnant, I would say I had about a 4-pack going on. So I'm hoping to at least get back there again. But I'm just really proud of where my body's at. And yeah, so that's kind of what's been going on. When I was pregnant, the other main thing that I noticed is that I lost my back arc that I used to have, and now it's coming back, so that's really awesome as well. Besides that, I didn't really develop any stretch marks. I didn't go through the extra water weight and the swelling and all of that, so that was nice. Like I said, I just developed that line later on in pregnancy. So mostly I would say my goal is to just get my belly button to get a little bit more lifted. I really don't have that much sagging skin either, so that's nice. But I do just want to tighten everything back up again, get my abs going, and yeah. For those of you that are curious about it, I was super curious what my stomach was gonna do once I literally pushed out the baby. And once I did push the baby out, I did feel it go down quite a bit. but then they also like pumped my stomach out to get the blood clots out and everything like that. So it's amazing how much it really shrunk down that first week and now 2 weeks. So I'm excited to see where I am at about 6 weeks, where I can finally rig out and everything. But yeah, besides that, everything is good. I'm feeling good, even though I'm super tired, especially at nighttime and in the early morning. I do have to say everything is going great. I feel like Benny and I have made a really great team when it comes to working together to figure out, you know, a good schedule for the baby and everything like that. But to close off, I really want to encourage everyone to just focus on the positive side. Love yourself, love your body, take time to take care of yourself, continue doing the things that you love, and just look at your baby and remind yourself why you're going through all of this. And I promise you everything is going to be okay. Just keep praying, keep a positive mindset, and just know that you can do anything and still achieve anything. And I just want to say thank you guys for watching. These videos are something that I really love and just enjoy doing, and they bring me joy throughout my day, especially when I'm so busy now. So thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe if you want to see more. Comment what else you want to see, especially about this pregnancy / postpartum and baby journey. And I love you guys so much. Thanks for watching, and I really appreciate you. Bye.